What is going on? Super stoked to see that you've booked a coaching call with myself personally. I'm going to walk you through how to best be prepared for our coaching call to make sure you get the most value from it and you walk away having this step-by-step roadmap of knowing exactly how to achieve your ideal physique. Whether that be fat loss or gaining muscle, ideally both, you are going to have the knowledge from this coaching call to do everything. Now, at the end of the call, 70 to 80% of people decide that they don't want to have to focus on doing everything themselves. They want step-by-step guidance. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how my coaching process works, the 6 pillar frameworks that I've implemented into the Achieve Your Ideal Physique coaching program to generate my clients amazing results. So this way, you are guaranteed to see success as long as you do the work. Now, if you do the work, you follow through for the entire duration of our program and you don't see results, you get a complete full refund. And the reason I'm willing to do this is because you will get results if you just implement. Now, I've never had to ever do that. At the end of the day, it's going to be something where you joining this program is not going to get you the results. You joining this program and then asking questions, getting feedback, iterating things, and implementing is what's going to get you the results you want. Just like how my client Caleb dropped 27 pounds within our first 8 weeks working together. My client Lee transformed his physique. Within the first 8 to 10 weeks, we lost about 10 to 15 pounds, which doesn't seem too drastic. But when you see the before and after photos, it's going to show a clear body recomposition. He lost a lot of fat, he gained a lot of muscle. Completely 2 different people. Now, I have a lot of other case studies, testimonials. You can go on my YouTube, you can check out Matt Clark.
I do have the goals of building muscle, gaining strength, building my running and stuff, but time is one of those things that's precious for all of us. And building strength is definitely on the list of priorities, but it's like, okay, well, how much am I willing to commit to it? So to me, something like this, where you're working with a coach and you have this one-on-one, commitment is everything. You're only going to get out of it what you put in. And if you stay committed and you're actually genuinely motivated to follow the program and stick to the script, you'll actually see those results. So to me, the hesitancy was like, can I commit this time for it? And looking back, I was able to, and I'm very glad that I did, because now I'm in a position where I feel like I'm getting the results. So you will get the results, but you have to stay committed and you actually have to be motivated to be committed to it.
Whatever the case may be, fitness is something that's going to carry over into every single other area of your life. I can name countless clients that have said, because I got into shape, I gained the confidence. My marriage is better. I'm making more money at work. I'm making more sales with my business. If you implement and you get into the best shape of your life, which is possible in this program, you are going to be a completely different person after our call. And I'm telling you, it all stems from identity. If you identify yourself as the person that you want to be, you will achieve any result and there's going to be no friction there. I'm going to teach you step by step in the program how to actually implement all this stuff. But as we're going through it, I have my screen here. I'm going to walk you through the deliverables of what my coaching looks like, how the inside infrastructure actually looks, so you have a clear understanding of whether or not you are ready to commit to something like this so you can be successful, or if you're not the type of person to take action, please just stop watching this video right now. Now, Achieve Your Ideal Physique, AYP for short, is the name of my coaching program. Nutrition coaching, advanced accountability, and progressively structured training is what encompasses this entire mentorship. Now, it's 16 weeks of personalized one-on-one coaching, depending on our coaching call. If I feel that you are somebody that needs more than 16 weeks, we do have a longer, more in-depth program. It's typically for my clients to get the best results. But again, I like to say we crawl before we walk, walk before we run. So 16 weeks, 4 months is going to give you the exact time frame you need to get into the best shape of your life. And if we need to do longer, great, we can do another program. But really understand that's my core program, that's my core offer. 16 weeks, 4 months of actual feedback, accountability, implementation, so you can get the results you want. Now, those 6 pillars that are going to guide you from the beginning of your journey working with me to the end where you're getting to the best shape of your life. 6 pillars. Now, in addition to having an accountability group of other guys your age or slightly older, slightly younger, but in that range working on the exact same goals for support, in addition to having that group accountability, you're also going to have one-on-one accountability with me, not just through the chat, but more importantly through our coaching calls, which is where my clients make the best results and they get real transformations, because again, it's about feedback, iteration, and implementation, not just about information. Too many people watch hundreds of thousands of YouTube videos or they listen to all these podcasts, but they don't ever take action. And if they do, they're not doing the right things for their body and their goals. So my job as a coach is to take all this information, all this research, everything I've studied over the years, all my courses and certifications, all my past experience working with over 100 clients. It's taking all that, summarizing it, and dumbing it down into a very simple, easy to follow format so you know exactly step by step, what do I do to get into shape? So this way you don't have to understand like what and the why behind it, but just you understand this is what we're doing. Now, we're going to have our coaching calls every single week, one time per week. Now, we do have times where if you need an optional call, we can book it if it's something that's more important. But one coaching call is typically all we're going to need. Right? We're going to need to make sure that we're staying on track. Things we're running into, errors, issues, etc., we address those. And you need to make sure that you're actually following through. So this is why I need to make sure that you show up to these coaching calls, you book a call that's going to fit best in your schedule, you don't forget about it, you're going to get reminders and everything, but you have to be the type of person to show up for your call, right? I'm not going to be chasing you down and making sure that you book in a call. I have a lot of clients. I make sure that if I don't see you booking a call, hey man, don't forget to book this in. But it's not my responsibility to make sure you book in your coaching call when you're the one looking to get into shape. You're the one looking to make the transformation. So I hope you can understand that. Inside the app where you message me, you can send things like text messages, pictures, videos, voice audios. You can send me a video of your technique and I can make live adjustments and feedback on the spot when you're in the gym. So there's really a lot of different ways we can do things. You're going to get access to your reminders, right? This is going to be crucial. You're going to have a calendar inside the coaching app that's going to show you what days to work out on and what days to not work out on. If you'd like to, you can just do them manually and choose which days you want to do them as the day progresses. That's what I personally like to do. Most of my students like to schedule out for them, right? So Monday legs, Tuesday, etc., blah, 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 right? You're going to have check-in photos, front, side, and back from your waist up, as well as a scale weigh-in. Both of these two things are done fasted first thing in the morning on Sunday morning every single week. This is essential to make sure we see an amazing transformation and that we're seeing progress continuously. We're not running into any stagnation and no plateaus are going to occur. Now, in addition to that, of course, we need to go into the progressive training structure. So inside the coaching app where you see the program, it's going to be broken down into different phases. Each phase will be given to you at one time. We build out each phase as we're going into it. It's not this preset thing. This is not a cookie-cutter program. This is not an approach that's one size fits all. Everyone is going to be unique. So we're going to build out a custom program for you based on the access of equipment you have, as well as the gym membership you're at, unless you're working at home, etc. We're going to build something so you can get to work. You don't need a gym membership. It's ideal, but it's not required. Now, inside the training exercises, it's going to be step-by-step showing you how many pounds to aim for and how to progress each week, how many repetitions and how many sets, as well as how much rest time between sets. So you're going to be timed with a timer on the coaching app to make sure you follow this process step-by-step. You're also going to have video breakdowns of me personally breaking down verbally and with physical cues how to do every single exercise to make sure you prevent injuries, you make sure that you're feeling the target muscle, and you're actually seeing results. Now, next, we're going to progress through those phases, of course, as time goes on, but the biggest thing we want to progress are the habits. Habit implementation is the fourth pillar. Now, this is going to be a positive reinforcement coaching style that we're going to work on from the beginning to get you doubling down on why you're seeing success and continuing to see more of it. Second thing, we have a habit stacking method. I'm going to teach you how to start with one small habit, stack multiple on top of each other until you're the type of person that can manage multiple habits. Myself personally, I am currently strength training, doing low intensity cardio, hitting my protein target, drinking my water intake, taking in my supplements. That's 5 big habits and sleep quality, right? 6. And there's more and more. I'm going to help you implement sustainable habits through different checkpoints that we map out together over our one-on-one coaching calls. We're going to work together until we vividly uncover your driving factor, what's causing you to continue to go, and your real why for success. Why are you doing this in the first place? We're going to implement systems to sustain these results, things like diet breaks, things like refeeds, program updates, updated feedback, and implementation sessions. Finally, pillar number 6, intuitive implementation, like we've been talking about all along. I'm going to teach you how to intuitively implement everything we've learned together during the months 1 through 4. We're going to go through nutrition and training, which are still structured, but there's a lot more leeway given the advanced progress. Now, there's also a lot more nuance. There's more advanced coaching philosophies. For example, Michael Jordan did not use his college coach once he was in the NBA. He got a new coach. Why is that? Because as you get to different stages, you're going to need different solutions. This is the exact reason that you need to adjust your training and nutritional approach as time goes on, as your body adapts, as your body's more metabolically primed, right? As your metabolism accelerates, as your hormones operate more efficiently. You're going to move these things, because if you keep everything the same, your body doesn't have any reason to change if all the variables stay. That's why it's crucial. Now, we also have an ascension process. An ascension process, this is going into a more advanced coaching if you're needing or wanting more help. Most of my clients don't necessarily need it, but they're getting really good results, and they just go all in on it. So we're going to help you get faster results, better results. It's going to be another continued 16-week re-enrollment, or you can commit to a full 32-week program. Again, the main program that we're going to be talking about on today's call is the 16-week coaching program. So when you go into the ascension, right, let's say you come through for 16 weeks, you get an amazing transformation. Now you want to maintain the weight, or you want to build more muscle, right? Maybe you lost fat, now you want to gain muscle. You're going to be ascended into my higher level one-on-one personal coaching. Now, this is my inner circle. It's going to come with the AYP course modules. Regardless of this program or the 16-week, you're going to get access to the course. The course is going to break down step-by-step the exact blueprint you need, all the questions you're ever going to have: nutrition, grocery shopping, alcohol, blood sugar cravings, energy levels, fatigue, joint pain, training intensity, volume, rate of perceived exertion, all these terms that you might or might not know, but are going to learn inside the program. This is going to be all laid out there for you. Inside the course, there's going to be tons of resources. That's where we do our group coaching calls. The last thing I want to address is you're going to have the community features and the ongoing support. We have two platforms. Again, the training and coaching app is the main platform. That's where we have group accountability, one-on-one accountability. That's where you're going to do all your check-ins. That's where you're going to follow the program. This is where you're going to go into the regimen with the nutrition. However, we do have another community called School. School is a platform where you have the course as well as the group coaching calls. In that community, I'm also going to be posting periodically updates, client wins, transformations, tips, mindset hacks, things that I'm doing in my personal life with my fitness that have helped me, etc. And finally, I want you to know this. If we get to the end of the call and we feel genuinely that it's a mutual fit, I'm very selective on who I let inside the AYP community, because I want to make sure that you're going to take this serious, you're going to be hardworking, you're going to get the results that you're investing into. You're going to finally become that person that you've wanted to become your entire life. And in order for this to actually happen, you need to understand this one simple thing. You are not paying for any of this. Let's say we work together and the investment is something that works for you. Cool, we'll get you on board. But remember, you're not paying for any of this. What you're paying for is the transformation. Because let's be honest, you can find most of this information anywhere. My YouTube channel, my Instagram page, heck, somebody else's that has freaking 1 million followers. But this program is about implementation, because those people that have the 1 million followers, do you think they're going to have time to work with all of you one-on-one and give you that attention you need? Probably not. And maybe they will. Heck, who knows? Go check them out. But for me personally, I need to make sure that you're actually getting results, and that starts with implementation. You're investing into the entire transformation and the habits that developed that you get to keep for life. I've personally had people join my program that were unemployed, went into debt to finance for this program because they wanted it that bad. And guess what happened? They made a transformation, they developed the skill sets, and now, regardless of their financial situation, they're able to be in shape and stay in shape and know how to get back into shape and how to get in better shape for the rest of their life. Make sure you have a pen and paper handy, because I'm going to make sure that you understand step by step how we're going to get you to achieving your ideal physique. And if you're just mindlessly showing up to the call and not actually paying attention, it's not going to help either of us. So please respect my time as I'm respecting yours. We do not do reschedules. If you do not show up to this call, we will not talk to you. Well, I'll talk to you in the DMs, but we won't book in a coaching call. This is why it's extremely crucial that you show up for your call with a computer, with notes, and the ability to have a quiet space where you can focus for the 30 to 60 minutes we're on the call. And again, if that's too much time to commit to, then this program